Hi everyone, let's begin next series of Gretl for econometrics. And in this session, I am going to explain you how you are going to download Gretl software from internet or Google search. After that, I am going to cover up introduction of Gretl, what are the icons, what kind of analysis you can perform. So let's go there. Let me introduce first what is Gretl, how you are going to start Gretl. First of all, I am going to type here Gretl, Gretl. Simply I have typed and I will press it. And first, this one is the first link, gretl.sourceforge.net. We will search on this particular website and gretl.sourceforge.net. A moment it will click. So this one interface will open and now we can see it will give you entire information about where is Gretl conference is going on, as well as all the features, as well as data formats, what data formats you can use in this software, and how we will download this particular software. So first of all, Gretl for MS Windows can be found here, and Gretl for MacBook, right, Mac operating system, that will be here. Because I have that is MS Windows, so I will click here. A moment I will click here. So now you can see a new interface is open, and in this interface we can see there is the download option, and after that we can see 64-bit Gretl for Windows 10 or higher with Intel processor. So you have to check what processor you have, right? Whether you have this particular processor, Intel processor, which processor you have, and as well as 64-bit Gretl for Windows 10 or higher with ARM. 64 processor. So depends upon, you can find out this function in your settings. You have to go to in your settings, then you have to find out whether you have Intel processor or you have ARM64 processor, ARM64 processor you have. So accordingly you can download. So I have, this one is the latest series Zoom, this one is the June 5 2025. So self installer, rather than I do not want zip archive, so I will click here Gretl2025.exe file. And because I have downloaded, so what I have to do, simply you have to click here, then after that you can complete the process. I will show you, you will complete the process, then finally you are going to install it. A moment you are going to click here, this interface is open, and after that you can, your download is start shortly, and you can see here your download will start. A moment it will complete this process, then after that you are going to install this particular software in your system. Thank you for downloading Gretl, and after that, that would available in your download section. Then you are going to install first. A moment you will install this particular software. Now we can see. Let me. This is the interface will open. When you are using first time this Gretl software, this interface will open, and you can click here file, and file, first of all you are going to open data. So I'm not using user file, means you have your own file that is available in your desktop or somewhere you had stored. But I'm not using a stored file, I'm using sample file. So these kind of sample files are available over here. So let me click on the first file. A moment you will click on the first file. Now you can see earlier all these icons were not active, these were inactive. So finally, a moment earlier only file and tools were active. A moment I had selected one file, so now we can see all these file option, tools option. There is the preferences, statistical table, this is the tau value, and distribution graphs, plot a curve, etc., GNU plot, etc. Number of the options are, these tools are available. I will show you. Then the data, right? Select all or define or edit list, etc. Whatever is the data you would have set, missing value code, etc. Then further we will go to view. When you have to go to view, now we can see all the variables, those are available in your file. So then add logs of selected variable, squares of selected variable, standardized selected variable, each and everything. These options we are going to use in the coming up videos. Sample, when we will come to the sample, right, this is the sample file that I am going to use. Variables, display values, edit attributes, normality test, QQ plot, because first of all, you are going to test your normality of your data set, box plot, etc. You can panel plot, unit root test, etc. You will use here. Then we come to the model. And when we come to the model, ordinary least squares, instrumental variables, other linear models, limited dependent variables, panel, robust estimation, non-linear least square, maximum likelihood, GMM model, and simultaneous equation, etc. you can use here. And suppose you want to catch up any help, so help is icon is here. Then we come to the downside of this first one. If I am going to click on the first one, so now calculator is open. Suppose you want to calculate or you want to cross check, right, any data. So what you have to do, you can use this calculator also. 5 multiplied by 3, let's say I have done, and equal to, now you can see on the right hand side 15 is the total answer. So calculator is well functioning. I had closed this. Then we come to the Gretl script editor. When we have to go there, Gretl script editor. Now this is the, here is, you can write in advance your script also, or otherwise simultaneously you can write your script, and I'm going to use in my coming up videos. Next we come to the, what is this third icon? Here it is, the, you can see here, this is the console. Console, it is basically we are working when we are using any commands, when we are doing analysis of command base. Let's say I'm typing help. I had written help and I am just pressing this. A moment I had written, I had given this command help. So what happened? Moment I have done help. So now you can see all these functions, these are available over here. So it has opened this particular interface. Then we come to the, next we come to the, after console, here it is Gretl icon view. Suppose you are going to calculate correlation. So again, do not type anything and do not go again and again, go back. Simply you have to click here correlation. It will give you correlation. Summary. Suppose you want to get summary and data set, data information, model table, scalars, notes, each and everything. These are the icons are available. So that is why the software, it is very user friendly. Next we come to the, this part, functions. So how many functions are there, right? You can see this one is the basically packages on your desktop. So these are, we are talking about all the, this one is GIG, HIP and all we are going to use in future. Then further it is, we will go there. Then this is the command reference. And command reference, now you can see in the command reference, lots of the commands are available like store, VIF, edge, ADF, ARIMA, break, etc. So we will use all these commands in my coming up videos. Then further we will go there. These are the, like, find what. Suppose I want to find, these are, this is my n number or n variable. Let's say I want to find out n. So I will simply find n, right? I will write it, right? Accordingly, it would find out this particular variable, right? Variable name only that is case sensitive. So accordingly, you have to give that variable name. Further it is, let's say plot. Let's say I want to create a plot which, and this one is the one more independent variable, wages are dependent. Let's see, I had pressed this thing, right? So accordingly you will get the curve. It depends upon what kind of curve you require. Accordingly you can do that, right? So you can prepare such kind of curves. That is also, you can see, specify model, right? What kind of model you want to prepare. Let's say I want to prepare this model wages dependent on, let's say this one is the constant and input output nothing, and I want to create this. Now you can see this one is the regression table, right? Model wise, this one is the output is present over here. Further, we will go to this one is the Gretl databases, right? What databases are available over here, or you had opened these Gretl, these Gretl databases. I would discuss later on. Further, it is the last one. It is that is Gretl data file. That is, these all are the sample files. Those are available over here. So you can use any one of the sample file. Like I am using this time AB data, and you can see here this data, all the variables are available over here. So I hope this video would be helpful to you. First, it is in my first video I had given you what is Gretl. Gretl actually how came into practice, what is the abbreviations we are using in Gretl, and how come it is came into practice, and why Gretl it is important for econometrics, or for all those students, those are economics student and they are using econometric analysis. So this Gretl we had we people are using, and it is because open source software, that is why it's very popular. As well as in this software, all those kind of analysis we can do, those are the very econometric related, like arima model and other sort of the model we can prepare over here. So this is your introduction of this particular Gretl software, and I had already explained you how you are going to download this particular software. So stay tuned and keep watching. Thank you.